Welcome back for another week. Minshew Mania. How about those Jaguars? Boy, they played good last week to end up having a chance and not pulling it off. But this quarterback is electric, and the team's playing good. We're sort of excited about it. They play this weekend, and we're all going to be out here at TIAA Bank Field to watch the Jaguars beat the heck out of the New Orleans Saints. So please come out and join us. There's a 2-game pack for Minshew Mania if you want to go online to Jaguars.com. It'll be great, and hope you come out and join us and have a big crowd. The weather's breaking. We're starting to get excited. A lot of big games in college football. We'll talk a little bit about college football. How about them Gators last weekend beating Auburn at home? They now travel to LSU. Yeah, not so much. But they've got a Georgia, LSU, South Carolina, Missouri will be a big game for the Gators. If you look at the board, the Gators are right up at the top of what we are looking at. We're also obviously now looking at Auburn. Auburn still has Alabama to play. It looks like that Auburn could definitely be in our mix, so we're kind of watching out for that. Still the worry in the SEC is, do they qualify enough teams for all their bowl games? It looks like now that they have a potential of getting 3 teams in. If they only get 2 teams, then they have plenty of teams. But if they get 3 teams in the CFP, it's going to be tough to fill the Liberty Bowl and the other bowls behind us. So we're excited because we've got some really good teams to play. Again, we're watching Florida State. What happens at Florida State? You think they'd lose to Clemson in 3-3, but look at the Florida State schedule the way out. You start talking about, well, what's the chances of them beating Wake and people like that, and you start going, they got a pretty good chance of beating them. They're playing good again. They were supposed to start the season in Jacksonville. Wouldn't it be great if they ended the season in Jacksonville? We would love to have that. But we are paying attention to the Big Ten. Big Ten is probably where we want to go if Florida State's not available. If you look at this thing, you're probably Ohio State, Penn State, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. Minnesota's going to lose, guys. There's going to be some difficulties on the Minnesota schedule. They still have a shot at going 10-2. Ohio State, Penn State obviously have a great shot at getting in the CFP. If you start looking at it, you might have 2 teams from the SEC, 2 teams from the Big Ten get into the CFP. Notre Dame looks like they'll probably get into the CFP. All of a sudden, all these slots start filling up, and you start seeing a bunch of 9-3 and 8-4 teams available for our selection. Wisconsin looks like they're the strength of that division. Nebraska 4-2, big game against Minnesota. If they could somehow pull that off, now they really get in our mix. So Michigan State, Michigan, Nebraska in this conference. Florida State, if we decided not to go with the Big Ten, we're not really looking at any of the other schools, except I kind of like North Carolina, first year under Mac Brown. They've got a chance now with a bye week to get healthy again. They've got a chance to win 8 games. That's really exciting over here. And I would love to have Auburn. Auburn would really be a good team. Florida still got to play LSU. They got to play Georgia, and they hadn't played very good against Missouri. So the next thing you know, you look at Florida and go, oh my gosh, Florida's 9-3. Wouldn't it be great to have Florida 9-3 and put them against somebody like Nebraska or Michigan State? We're excited about where we are. There's a lot going on in college football now. I think the pay-for-play thing is the biggest controversy that's going out there. Here's the thing that I want to tell everybody about that. If you're Tim Tebow and you're getting paid $300,000 for your jersey and your likeness, and I'm your offensive tackle, and I'm getting 0 money for my jersey, am I going to give it one of these? Oh, watch out, Timmy, here he comes. Because that's going to be the real issue with pay-for-play. Should all the athletes be paid? I'm 100% in favor of all the athletes being paid. At least give them some stipend or something that they can use for spending money. You're giving them a scholarship, you're giving them outfits, you're giving them all the things that they need to do from food and beverage standpoint. But maybe they need a little spending money, and they work hard enough to earn that. But to say that one player or one superstar is going to get a bunch of money and the rest of them aren't, that's really not a good place for college football. And the gap between the big programs and the little programs will separate themselves even further. And the real deal is to try to get those teams at the top to be competitive with those teams in the middle, and this is another step to eliminate those teams in the middle. We'll see you next weekend. We got Georgia, Florida coming up here in Jacksonville in a couple of weeks. We're excited about that. City's got a lot of great plans. Jaguars are doing good. Everything's going great. Hope you enjoy the week, and we'll get back to you next week. Thanks.